What? You didn't think I was going to let such industry bullshit like this slide, did you? A subject I briefly touched upon in my video about the closure of Telltale Games was that the employees involved were released with zero severance pay after working in a very toxic environment, with enough evidence now provided from interviews with ex-employees to confidently drop the allegedly part. Some of you may have thought I was merely glossing over this serious fact in favour of crying into my Lee Everett love pillow about the closure of Telltale Games and the cancellation of the Walking Dead video game. O ye of little faith, I am not ignoring this major issue, no. I was merely saving it so we could give it the time it deserves in its own self-contained video. So, Telltale Games have been hit with a class action lawsuit from a former employee, Vernie Roberts, concerning unfair dismissal. Vernie claims violation of labour laws, saying that everyone was let go without cause and prior notice. And according to the Workers' Adjustment, Retraining and Notification Act, or WARN Act, a full-time business with over 100 employees must provide a 60-day notification when instigating a mass layoff. A mass layoff being defined as a reduction of 50 or more employees within a 30-day period. And with a layoff of about 275 employees with zero notice, this is in violation of the WARN Act. However, Telltale have countered this argument by saying that the mass layoff was not a foreseeable circumstance, that they could not knowingly have predicted this. That's how they want to get out of this, people. Vernie Roberts has stuck to his guns and decided to follow through with the class action lawsuit on behalf of himself and the others affected. Good! I hope Telltale loses. They fucking deserve it. Despite mourning for the loss of the Walking Dead game, I have nothing but scorn and disgust for them. Because ever since the layoff, a lot of juicy things have been coming out of the woodwork. See, the problem with treating your employees as cattle to be milked and disposed of, it doesn't inspire a lot of loyalty, as several former employees have come forward to talk about the highly toxic environment that Telltale Games was to work for. Reports of working long hours, with employees working as late as 3 in the morning, mismanagement, low morale, extended crunch times, right up until the date of their sudden dismissal from the company. Many employees were expected to work far beyond the hours that they were contracted for, with zero extra pay. Serious crunch times going over multiple months. Many people have documented the negative effects of long crunch times and how they affect people's psyche. We'll probably talk about this at a later date, but let's just say I do not condone crunch whatsoever. I think it is horrible, I think it's disgraceful, I think it treats your employees like utter shit, and I don't think it works. And they did all this also they could be unceremoniously kicked to the curb like trash. This lawsuit is going to get far darker before the dawn hits, and I genuinely cannot foresee how this one will turn out. Apparently, while in violation of the WARN Act, Vernie Roberts could have a tough time in the state of California where Telltale was based due to their version of the law. It's a very shady grey area at the moment, and even if they are legally in the right, Telltale is not in any way morally in the right, in my opinion. I honestly hope Telltale loses this and are forced to pay the required back pay and benefits to their former employees. It's funny, isn't it? People like to talk about how things had improved for game developers in terms of working conditions since someone blew the whistle on EA's treatment of their employees. But this whole debacle just proves that while certain places may have improved, the mistreatment of employees and developers is very much alive in the industry. And it's got to stop. They're human beings, for crying out loud. And fuck anyone who defends crunch and believes overworking their employees and underpaying them is necessary to produce high quality work. I'm looking at you, CD Projekt Red. Just because you treat me like gold doesn't mean I'm gonna let it slide when you treat your workers like utter shit. If working your employees to the bone is how we get games like The Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk 2077, I would rather not have them. It is not worth it if you're going to treat your employees like sheep to be sheared and slaughtered. And fuck anyone who defends this practice. And in case I have not been clear, fuck Telltale Games. And give them their back pay, you fucking assholes! Whew, that was a little impassioned, but I tend to do that whenever it involves people treating other people like crap. Shout out to my patron boy, Brandon. As always, thank you so much. If you want to contribute towards the show, my Patreon link is in the description and in the banner of my YouTube channel. And if you like this video, why don't you check out my other videos? They're not quite as intense as this one, but still have that little good old Milanus flair. See you guys next time!